Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the 3 Levels video series. Let's get into it. This 3-level series is going to become a new regular thing on my YouTube channel. I'm going to put a little more focus to it. I've been doing some random videos in the past, but I did a couple of these videos just kind of as one-offs, and I'm really enjoying them. And I've been getting some great ideas for some upcoming, even got some great suggestions from the comments. So real quick, before we get into those, you can skip this video if you want. This is just going to be talking about what the series is and jump right into that playlist. But I just wanted to briefly go over what these videos are going to contain in them. As the name implies, this is going to be 3 different levels of doing things. We got 1, 2, and 3. And each of the videos I will have design for each of those, and there will be a world download that's included with that. Each one will have version 1, which is going to be quick and dirty. Version 2, which is getting an upgrade, and version 3, which I will classify as approaching OP. The goal of these 3 different levels is not going to necessarily be to say you are at X number of days in the game, this is the model that you need to build. It's to show different variances that you can build for these types of farms. So in version 1, it will be the quickest, cheapest thing you can get up, and then we'll get all the way to approaching OP, which can give you numbers which many people might say, why would you need that much until you have a project where you need that much? Another note about these designs that will be in the videos, they will be original designs by me, so I will not be using any designs that someone has not approved me to use. For example, the slime farm video was going to have a showcase of one of Ilmango's designs, but that was an extra. There were still 3 designs in there, and I was given express written consent by Ilmango to include that design. So the quick and dirty version is going to be literally as cheap as you can make it. You know, I'm going to try and build things out of cobblestone and dirt, just a lot of cheap woods, a lot of readily available materials. One of the goals is going to be to avoid the nether, avoid any end materials wherever possible. Obviously, some of the nether mob farms that we're going to do, you kind of can't really get around that. And so building, you know, that cheaply is kind of pointless. But it's still the idea of you're starting a new game, you're looking to get up just a quick farm that's quick to build, quick to gather resources for, and that you can run for a little bit to get you started on your resources. Things like some gunpowder for some stacks of rockets so you can do some end raiding, get yourself built up. When we get into the getting an upgrade level, it's going to be, you know, you've been to the end, you've been to the nether, you've conquered the end, you've conquered the nether, you have some shulker boxes, maybe you got some beacons, and you're ready to increase the drop rate that you get and the amount of items that you're getting out of it. One of the goals I'm going to stick to, though, and this is one of the things I've had with some friends of mine requesting, is keeping them single player friendly. So there are a lot of farm designs out there. For example, Glotz's gold farm design is absolutely amazing. The rates are insane. It's super efficient, but it does require 2 players because you need to have one in the nether in order to load the mobs and one in the overworld to kill them with looting. At this level, the getting an upgrade, I'm going to try and avoid that as much as absolutely possible. I don't plan on having a design that's going to require you be on a server with a separate player. Another one of the goals for this level of farm is to try and avoid those mechanics that, while the technical community doesn't consider them exploits, more of the builder community or some of the casual community, or maybe the players who like to challenge themselves would consider certain things to be exploits, such as TNT duping, like we see here. I'm going to try and avoid that as much as possible. Things like gravity block duping, breaking bedrock, I'll try and avoid as much as possible. Those types of things that are quote-unquote not vanilla ideas. In technical Minecraft, we say if it's in the game, it's not planned to be patched out, then of course, let's exploit it all we can. Let's use it. But we're going to try and avoid that at this level so that those players who like to say, you know, I'm playing without using any exploits would still be able to use these designs and get those crazy drop rates. The final level will be the approaching OP. Now, I'm labeling this as approaching OP because there are going to be versions of these farms Say, for example, the slime farm that I did where it was dropping over 200,000 slime balls an hour. There are versions that are going to drop much more than that, but maybe are a little less either attainable or inside my wheelhouse. There are certain things we will be using that other people have created, such as, you know, this shulker box loader here we see, update suppressors. That's not really the point of the build, though. That's a side part. You can change out storage for whatever you want. You can look up whoever's update suppressor you want. So we're just going to be sticking to those ideas. So there will be designs out there that will beat these rates. This is not the end all be all of this is the best level there is. There is a fourth level beyond what I'll be doing, and I would definitely recommend checking out the tech community for that. Things like the SciCraft Discord, the Slimestone Discord, the Mechanist Discord, the Storage Tech Discord, TechMC Discord, TechMC Archives, those types of things. Check out those areas if you really want to see these get pushed to insane limits. A lot of these designs will be using things like world eaters. Now, you could get around using a world eater and hand dig this if you're on a server and you have a bunch of dedicated people that I don't know. But basically, any farms that are going to be dealing with getting mobs to spawn are going to be working with perimeters. So find your favorite world eater and use those. I would recommend checking out Pixels or Omango on YouTube. They have great world eaters. Breaking Bedrock, you could do this manually if they're smaller designs, or if they're larger ones and you need to do a full size, then you could do a 3-dimensional Bedrock breaker. Things like portal slicing, which you can check out update suppressors on those. I'm not going to cover a lot of the details of those designs. Like, I'm not going to go over the ideas of shulker loaders, the ideas of Bedrock breaker machines, the ideas of update suppressors in these designs, because these videos are going to be more about what kind of concepts are involved in farming that specific item that we're looking to farm. What kind of things can you put together that really push those rates, and what's the bare minimum we can do? What can we do that's more rates but still a little bit more on the buildable side in a single player scenario, or a person who's not going to dedicate a long time to the project? And then what's a great end game goal for maybe a starter tech server, or a non-tech server that wants to come together and do a large tech project together. So that's the goal of these 3 different levels in this series. Remember, at the end of the day, this is a sandbox game, so play how you want to play. Let others play how they want to play. If they don't want to use the exploits like TNT duping and all that type of thing to get to these level 3 farms, then by all means, let them. They still deserve something as much as we do. If you want those super OP ones that are dropping like 1 million gunpowder per hour, by all means, this is not the end-all be-all of these farm designs. These are just suggestions. What I love to hear is people saying, hey, I took option A from version 2 and option B from version 1 and then combined it with option C from version 3, and now I made my own design out of those. That's great. Use these as ideas to design your own farm, and I'm going to do the same. I'm going to try and keep as much in these videos as original content as I can. Like I said, if I do have someone else's design in there, I will include their information down in the description and a link to their channel. So I hope you enjoy the series. Let me know in those comments of those videos, you know, what you liked, questions you have. I really enjoy helping people find out the best way that they can do in their own world without just having a block by block tutorial and being left at the end of the day with, well, I don't know what it does, but it does things. So that's going to be it for this video. We'll see you in the series. Have a good one. Bye.